Welcome to Transformative Minds. I'm Sam.
And I'm Heidi.
We just wanted to give a couple of minutes intro around why we do what we do, how we do it, and what the output is.
So, Sam, why do we do what we do?
We believe that people need to be given the space, time, and opportunity to kind of unmuddle themselves
Mhm.
and get out of the chaos that is very often created inside our own minds. So, kind of looking at things like limiting beliefs and negativity bias and how a growth mindset can really help you unlock your potential and really lean into your strengths, actually, and not get brought down by energy drainers and the things that really don't motivate us on the day to day.
Perfect. Yes. And I think we come from a place of not feeling like we could lean into our strengths and we could see people getting stuck in the muddly middle and saw a gap and saw an opportunity so that we can help people move through those moments in time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, between the two of us, we've got probably over 30 years experience now across global, many different industries, actually living and breathing that world and really trying to help people navigate things like their own personal development or career progression, whatever it may be. And seeing people so stuck really gave us this thought idea to be like, actually, that's the bit that's missing. It's not just learn this new skill. It's actually, how do I get my brain on board to enable me to lean into this and get the most out of it?
Yeah. And how do I navigate that bit between here and there and all of this messy bit in the middle? And how do we
Exactly.
give people the right
Yeah.
tools and the right mindset in order to do that?
So how do we do it?
How do we do it? Well, I guess we have such a broad range of options that we provide that help people navigate that. So we go right from coaching on a one-to-one basis to team coaching, but then through to workshops. So there might be one-off workshops, they might be longer term team workshops, they might be organization-wide workshops, and then also the longer term programs. So a bit of everything in terms of what the offers look like. And then again, our topics and our specialisms, they really range from some leadership and management, some personal self-development, growth mindset, strengths development, but then also really focusing on psychological safety and making sure that we can enable the organizations and the cultures to set up the right environments
Mm.
using the knowledge and tools, so change and transition and conflict and all of those meaty subjects as well that come into play, to enable people to feel like they can thrive in their environments
Mm.
because people are using the right skills and the right tools to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when we think about it on a team or individual to
Mm.
team level, it's very much about enabling people to lean into their strengths and understand how they can apply them. Um, and really start to, I guess, kind of gain clarity around what it means for them and what they will do with those skills. And I think that's something that we've definitely historically felt has always been missing around putting people through a program. There's an expectation of you have to hit these three objectives, whereas we're kind of coming into that mind piece around actually how are you going to navigate yourself as an individual around this and what are you going to take away from it so that when you're back in your team, you're really leveraging the things that bring you energy. So on a team kind of basis, you're really pulling all of the different strengths and energies and skills from each individual
Yeah.
and creating a really powerful, high-performing team rather than just giving an overarching team objective and expecting everybody to kind of conform in that way.
Yeah, and using the theory to, I guess, create the foundations of our workshops or anything that we offer, but the workshops themselves being really led by the team or the environment or the culture
Mm.
or the objectives of where they're stuck,
Yeah.
so that then we can make it really real, really practical and
Hmm.
based on what's going to make a difference to those individuals and those teams in their day to day fairly rapidly when they go back to the desk, back to the day job.
Mm.
Um, we're less about making sure people can repeat the theory and know the theory and more
Hmm.
about how they apply that and what that
Yes.
looks like.
I think some of the other bits that we've explored before is around actually we see a lot of burnout
Mm.
in teams. And I think one of the things that we've realised is that a lot of people are just surviving.
Yeah.
And actually, how do you get them to this place of thriving so that as a team dynamic for the team, for the organisation, it becomes really high performing and powerful and people don't feel that they are less than. They feel psychologically safe. They feel motivated because they're leaning into the right right strengths, which give them energy. And in the round as a whole, it really makes a difference with, the team purpose and actually the direction of travel that they're going in.
Yeah, and they all feel much more connected and aligned, but also it gives people a language and a framework that collectively they can start to talk around so that challenges are sort of dealt with before they arise, etc. And it also really, I guess one thing that we really have always wanted to focus on is helping people with their personal development, their mindset development and teams, rather than just giving them the technical skills or their specialist skills.
Yeah, it's really tapping into the human side rather than actually the skill side of it.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, if you want to know more, please reach out.